Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all honors, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Salutations to the elect brothers that's pushing this truth with sincerity across all four corners of the globe. Today is a bright, sunny day for the freaks to come out. It's so-called Puerto Rican Day Parade, and and it's gonna be a lot of madness going on today for the fact that they celebrating a holiday that doesn't make any sense. The pride in celebrating a culture and a country that was built on slavery and is named after slave masters owning slaves. All right, you proud of representing a place where they collected Israelite brothers and sisters who they turned and named Puerto Ricans. All right, so Ephraim is all over the place with celebrating that, and simply that whole concept of the Spanish language and the Spanish culture, it derives from Edomites. Esau was the original Spaniards. All right, they the ones who gave y'all the name Puerto Rican, which means port of riches. It was port of riches because it was a good place for them to gather slaves or buy slaves from. And the abundance of resources there was cultivated by the slaves of that area due to the slavery of slave masters ruling that area, the conquistadors. All right. Christopher Columbus was a Spaniard, a white, not a white Latino, but yeah, a white Latino, because he wasn't Israelite. And whatever place that you dropped off at and was enslaved is how you're going to be cultivated, how you're going to be groomed to be. Just like the Native Americans was groomed to be American, even though they were here before Christopher Columbus got here. All right, they was taught how to dress like Americans, talk like Americans, and act like Americans. That's why they called Native Americans. Judah, that's why they call African Americans, because even though we weren't African and we weren't American when we was put here as slaves, we was indoctrinated. All right, they taught us the Bible the way that they saw fit to teach us the Bible. They taught us how to hate one another. Okay, they taught us how to eat the unhealthy foods. We have to make the best of what they gave us. They taught us how to hate ourselves. All right, Jim Crow law. But back to this Puerto Rican Day Parade, man. Y'all proud to be representing something that is like will keep y'all enslaved mentally with thinking that this is who you naturally were. You were naturally Israel before this. You spoke Hebrew. You ain't speak Spanish. All right, you wave that Puerto Rican parade flag. That's just like blacks proud to wave the American flag, the USA Stars and Stripes. Cause the the Puerto Rican flag has stars and stripes, so it's still an American flag, and y'all proud to know that Puerto Rico is an American state or country. So you flagging the enemy. That's like a blood gang member walking around with a Crip flag in his back pocket, a blue flag. Is madness, is nonsense. And what goes on in that parade is even more wickedness. It ain't nothing but a bunch of drug using, gang banging, all right, LGBTQ. It's a Puerto Rican Day parade, but it's also like a gay pride parade. I'm from New York City, and I've seen how it look on Fifth Avenue during a parade. Cause I used to work in Manhattan, and I worked on a day where they did the parade, and it was just like Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, it looked crazy out there, and for what? In the scriptures, it says in Ecclesiastes, not Ecclesiastes, Hosea 7 and 8. It says Ephraim is drawn. Ephraim is joined in idols. Leave him alone. All right. So the Lord knew that Ephraim is the biblical name of Puerto Ricans, which is Ephraim, and Ephraim was drawn to idols. Leave him alone. The Lord knows that this nation, I mean this tribe and the 12 tribes of Israel, this tribe will be all over the place, man. Drawn to idols means that it's inconsistent. No, Hosea 7 and 8 is Salak. I mixed up the scriptures. Hosea 7 and 8 is Ephraim is a cake unturned, and a cake unturned is the inconsistencies. It's you all over the place, man. It's not being thorough, following the laws of the Lord. Instead, you drawn to all these other laws and all these other philosophies, and that's the mind state of them right now. I could think of hundreds of rituals that they do that does not follow in consistencies of what the Lord taught us to follow. All right, the rosary beads. All right, Santa Maria. All right, every holiday they quick to celebrate, let off fireworks, and just be a part of the American way, which is Babylon. Any reason to celebrate, they out there for that. All right. The other scripture that I was bringing out was Hosea 4 and 17, which says, Ephraim is joined. This is Hosea chapter 4 verse 17 says Ephraim is joined to idols. Leave him alone. Let him alone. All right. So even though those are our brothers, they are of the 12 tribes. But the Lord said, don't be following them, man, because they're going to lead you right into destruction. Leave him alone. He drawn to all these things that's involving this cup of fornication that the dragon has for the harlot. All right. The dragon is Esau in his system. All right. in America is the harlot. And that cup of fornication is all the abominations that America comes with. That's why it's called the land of liberty, because you have liberty to do anything that's wicked with no repercussions. Their national statue is the Statue of Liberty, which looks like a hermaphrodite. So they telling you, this is the place where you need to come if you want to be anything, you want to identify as anything or do anything that you want is permitted here. All right. So being drawn to idols, leave him alone, is the Lord telling you this is our people, but don't intertwine with them in their activities, man. And you see a lot of uh, southern tribes, especially mainly Judah, they always, they in the ghettos more than ever with Ephraim, more than anybody of any other tribes. All right, I'm currently residing in the Bronx, and I see Judah and Ephraim always together. And it's like you setting yourself up if you Judah to be getting involved with Ephraim, because they in the Bronx, they the top tribes as far as wickedness is concerned, man. From drugs on down to sex, sexual immorality, gang violence. Is more northern in the Bronx than in southern, and trust me, uh, the southern brothers and sisters, they fascinated in the lives in a way that northern tribe, mainly Ephraim, uh, so-called Puerto Ricans, move. All right, they just so drawn to them. Where the Lord said that Ephraim is drawn to idols, joined to idols. So you want to follow in the ways of what Ephraim is doing, you're going to be drawn to idols. And best believe today is going to be plenty of Southern tribe brothers and sisters in that Puerto Rican Day parade with their Puerto Rican flags on, their shirts, acting like they identify with Puerto Ricans. Because some way down the line, one of their cousins or their aunts or their uncles is Spanish. I got cousins that they father last name is Morales, so they proud, they black as hell. All right, they northern as hell. I mean southern Judites as hell, but because their father was Ephraim, they can identify with being Ephraim. So pretty much they are Ephraim. But when you see them, they look as black as Jordan or Danny Glover or Sam Jackson. But they pops were Spanish, so therefore they are Spanish. But they don't. Their culture is not Spanish. They do everything that Southern tribes do. All right, because their mother is my mother's sister, but their last name is Morales. But they identify with Morales because being Spanish in New York City is a come up financially, socially, economically. It's like New York is esteemed with hiring Northern in places, rather it be your check cashing place. All right, anything that's involving Jake in the ghetto. Most of the grocery stores is ran by who? Northern. So Esau knows who their taskmaster is going to be. Taskmasters is the slaves that rule over other slaves. All right, watching over them, house Negroes. The field niggas is the ones that hate the house Negroes because the house Negroes got certain privileges. You understand that they get to be the ones that tell on the field niggas for acting up. So yeah, that's what Ephraim do, man. They the ones that hire you, fire you, but be just as wicked. But if your ruler is wicked, they want somebody just as wicked as them. you know. So today is American holiday as far as Puerto Rican Day Parade is concerned, because they like, yeah, these is our minions. We gonna big this up. We gonna make this a big old fiasco. All the news coverages is gonna have it where it's like a major thing. Like if it was marked in the Bible as being supposed to be celebrated, but it's not. It's a big wicked festival, just like the Labor Day parade, which is gonna be following that, is a big wicked festival. I will be doing a video on that too, because that's the Southern tribes being wicked as hell with drugs, sex, fornication, all type of things all boiled in one. But Hosea 4:17 says Ephraim is drawn to idols. All right, and the idol that they represent right now in this holiday is the slave master. They put the slave master up because they making it seem like uh, Puerto Rico is something that they founded. That is something that the Lord gave them. The Lord gave it to you, all right, but that's for a punishment, because the curses is we'll be owned, and no man shall redeem thee, but the Lord Yahweh Shah, who y'all ignorantly call Jesus. But y'all feel liberated enough to make it seem like this is like an Independence Day for y'all, when it's not. It's just a day to bring y'all a part of somebody that owns you. If you smart, you know that none of these holidays represent Israelites, because we not free yet. So those idols, like those, like I said, those rosary beads and how they worship the dead, go past a cemetery, they throw the crucifixion up and kiss it. Like if they kissing up their ancestors to their ancestors or their dead loved ones, that's a form of necromancy, man. That's witchcraft. And from the old to the young, they do that, as if that's some type of a holy thing that the Lord commanded us to do. You give supplications and prayers goes up to the Lord and His Son, but not to no dead loved one. You wear them beads, and the majority of the people that wear a whole bunch of rosaries around their neck be blood members or gang members. So who y'all praising? The Lord wanted y'all to go out there and be a bunch of gang members that's terrorizing the community? That's wickedness, man. And that's what you're going to see today. Turn on your TV, Channel 7 News or something, and look at the spectacle that's being made. You got rappers like Fat Joe and all these other weird rappers that deal with all type of wickedness, representing this culture and this people. But speaking Spanish is not your culture. That's the white man's culture. The Latin language is a white man's language. All right, y'all full of eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. That's the white man's diet. Y'all wonder why we be in these communities dying like that, amputated and all of that stuff. Those drugs was given to y'all to destroy y'all, and y'all using them on a high level. The dealer gonna make a lot of money today. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10. Everybody getting their drugs and their food ready to go and cook out and party. It's horrible, man. Our people gotta wake up and realize, man, this ain't a place to rest. This is not our rest. It's not a party. You in the spirit of mirth. You in the spirit of folly. There's no time to be laughing and enjoying yourself right now. The Lord is coming back. You should be shaking in your boots, man. All the repenting that you got to be doing. So yeah, go ahead and have a Viva what it is, fiesta or whatever y'all want to call it. Learn some Hebrew and wake yourselves up, man. Get out of this state of thinking that you're proud to be a Puerto Rican. That's like saying I'm proud to be an American. The place that enslaved my grandmother and grandfather and my other ancestors for 400 years, cut babies out of our stomachs, fed our babies to alligators in Florida, in the Mississippi, as bait to catch alligators. All the inventions that they took from Jake of our people. Jake is the former of all things, man. And they took it and make it seem like they the ones who created all these things. Like I said in Hosea 7 and 8, Ephraim is a cake unturned. That spirit of knowing all these other things, uh, masters at being wicked, that's the inconsistencies of trying to follow behind everything else, but following behind the Lord, being righteous. All right? You drawn to knowing how to be the best car thief or the best drug dealer or the best gangbanger or the best prostitute, best harlot, Cardi B, Dawn Cartagena, even our congressmen that is in the borough of the Bronx is the masters at scamming thousands, hundreds of millions of dollars. Ruben Diaz. All these things is going to be exposed, and that shame is going to be on your head. And that's why the Lord said, leave him alone. Let him alone. Let him do his thing. Day judgment coming. You want to be involved in those parades and you ain't even Ephraim, you even more stupid. Isaiah 13 speaks of uh, though be joined in hands with them, they shall be thrust through. So you want to be joined with the wicked, you want to